What's good, YouTube? It's your man Rage King back with another one. Yes, another upload to the channel. And before we get started, actually, please go down there and hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that share button, hit that bell for notifications if you're new. Welcome to Rummer Rage TV. This is how we do Rage and Rebels. Crown up. And if you're new to the crew, welcome to the Rage and Rebel Revolution. Now let's vibe. And y'all, the series continues on how I would buff the different cameos in Mortal Kombat 1. Now, I know this video is going to be completely subjective. This is just my opinion. If you think that you have a different way that you would buff a cameo, let me know in the comment section. I'm always open for a discussion as long as we remain respectful and logical. Now, having said all that, the cameo that is going to get the spotlight today is the one and only Sektor. So let's go ahead and get him. Go ahead to the Fire Temple. So now, with Sektor, you obviously have a few things. You got the homing missile that locks on. It costs a full bar meter. You got the just straight up missile right here. You got the missile that can go behind you. You have the missile that can go in front of you or behind you. You got the missile that can go in front of you. You have the uppercut. You have the flamethrower, right? And then you can even combo into this right here if you wanted to. If you really just wanted to get freaky, just to give a quick example. Now, you see these moves that Sektor has, right? And they're a pretty decent amount of moves. They're a pretty decent set of moves. However, I just think that Sektor is just missing something. He just really is. For instance, the one thing that irks my nerves about Sektor is when I do the homing missile, which if you hit the R1 button twice, it locks on. But look how long it takes for you to even get half a cameo bar back, let alone the full thing. Look how long that takes just for one move. It's just one locked on move. Look how long that takes. And it's still going. And it's still going. And it's still going. You understand what I'm saying? So what I would do to buff Sektor starting off is this homing missile right here, bro. Let's count the seconds that let's start this over. Let's count the seconds that it takes to recover from this homing missile right here. All right, let's get the homing missile out, get the whole thing out. Okay, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22 whole seconds. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, 22 seconds is a lifetime in Mortal Kombat, particularly when you have a high damaging character. So the first thing I would do is, bro, the cooldown on this move right here, cut that in half. That should be no longer than 10 to 12 seconds. Cut that in half, dog. If Kenshi Sento, and I know that's not a cameo, but it's going to make sense when I'm done making this point. If Kenshi Sento can be out for 15 real seconds, then why does it take over 20 seconds for Sektor to get out this homing missile right here? Why does it take over 20 seconds for that to recover? It takes 12 seconds just to get a half a bar back. That move right there, that homing missile move, cut the cooldown in half. Cut the cooldown. It should be no longer than 10 to 20 seconds to get that back. 10 to 20 seconds should be long enough. When the rounds go as fast, depending on who you're playing, when the rounds go as fast as they do in this game, you can't have cameos that have that long of a cooldown. Not when it's just a move as simplistic as this. Now, I know with Ashura, it can differ, because the strategy you could use is just use the homing missile, and then they either gonna get hit with the missile because it's following them, right? It's tracking them. So at that point, you either gonna stand there and block standing up, or you gonna block going down, and then I can just go over the top. You understand what I'm saying? But that's the point of making the cameo strong. Cameos are supposed to help the player get strong. They're supposed to help the character be stronger, get them in situations that they normally wouldn't be in, and make them safe in situations they normally wouldn't be safe. So if that's the case, by your own words, NetherRealm, if that is the case, then why does it take that move so long to recover? That's number one. Another thing I would do is right here, see how I just did the one for half a bar. I get it. You can put it behind them. You can put the rocket in front of them. However, I would say this. Instead of just giving one rocket, right? instead of just giving one simple rocket like this, right? How about, and I know this is going to sound crazy, but how about instead of just giving him one to open the game up, instead of just giving him one right there, why not just give Sektor 2? Because if you go back and look in the lore, you look at the older games, Sektor has moves to where, even though you probably had to EX him, he does have moves to where he shoots out 2 rockets at a time. So what I would do to buff Sektor is this move right here, this simple rocket right here, I would give him 2 of them. One in front and then one behind him, or depending on which way you want to aim the rockets, because you have control. You can do it behind him, you can do it in front of him, depending on what the input is. Depending on what your input is, it should be 2 rockets. One that lands in front, one that lands behind, and depending on which way that you decide to have the rockets land, then that's where they land. Not one on top of each other, but one lands first, and then the other one lands either slightly behind him or slightly in front of him. That's how I would buff that move right there. This move right here, I'm not even gonna lie. Let me turn the frame data on for this move right here. Right? This move right here, 34 active frames. The only thing I would buff about this move, because you can combo into it. You can combo into it, but what I would do is I would make the startup a little bit faster. As you see right here, the startup is 21 frames. That is way too slow. Now, I know people are going to say, oh, you can combo into it. I get you can combo into it, but that startup is way too slow. That startup should be closer to 15 frames, in my opinion, than 21. That's just me. And finally, this move right here, the uppercut. One of Sektor's more famous moves, one of his more notorious moves. The only thing I would ask for this move right here is if it lands, right? If it lands, then if it lands for a whole cameo bar, right? If it lands that first, because it only costs you half of one. If it lands, meaning the uppercut, if this lands, right? Say I hit confirm right into it, right? Say I hit confirm right. If that lands, and call me crazy, but what if I amplify? What if I was able to amplify that, right? What if I was able to EX that, and then instead of getting one uppercut, I get 2. But you have to hit confirm it. You can only do it once on block. You can only do it once on whiff. Well, you really can't whiff because the move pretty much tracks. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to block. So if this move were to land and for a full cameo bar to EX it, right? What if I be able to get 2 uppercuts instead of just 1? Again, if it whiffs or if he blocks it, you only get 1. But if it hits and I'm able to EX it because I have the cameo bar, why not? Or even a bar meter for my actual character. Why am I not able to get 2 for extra damage? That's what I would do. Me personally. Again, this is just subjective, but that's what I would personally do to buff this character Sektor and make him just a little bit more dangerous. Like I said, he's not a bad cameo. He's just not. He's very mid. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't have anything that necessarily makes him great, and you really have to carry this cameo depending on who you're playing. You understand what I'm saying? He has good moves, he has decent moves, but I just feel like he's missing something. He just needs a few more buffs to make him like legit. You understand what I'm saying? And I just think that if you were to take this road right here and open the game up by buffing and doing the certain things that I've said in this video, or other things, if you got other ideas that you would do to buff this character, I think that this character with this cameo would definitely have be more valuable in tournaments, be more valuable online, and just be an overall more fun character to play. But that's just my opinion. Y'all let me know down in the comment section what y'all think about this video right here and the buffs I suggest that NetherRealm Studios, or I would, highly like to see NetherRealm Studios use for this cameo. As long as y'all may respectful and logical, we can have a conversation. But that's the end of my video. Hope y'all enjoyed. It's been a pleasure making it for you, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Now, hashtag that. Enough said, and goodbye.